It's basically operational, and all these pools here are now auto compounding. Okay, so the syrup pools, which is this one here, okay, your syrup pools, which is just your basically your just the coin itself. Okay, so here everyone knows this one, the cake pool, and you stake cake and you earn cake. If you drop that down, it tells you what you basically earn. Okay, what you stake and what you earn. So so these pools here, just the single tokens, are called syrup pools, and they're auto compounding. All right, so all these are auto compounding now. Remember before you had to manually do it? We don't have to do that anymore. It's already done for you. And also, obviously the farms. Okay, so all these are also auto compounded. You don't have to worry about it. Pretty much like beefy, if you want to call it. You know, everything's here is auto compounding. So if you haven't done the version 1 to version 2 yet and unstaked your LP tokens and restake it in the version 2, just go and watch the previous video I made on it to do that. Also, lastly, with this with cake's gone up to $33, and it's quite funny because when I made that cake video, it was only $2.50. That was only 2 months ago. No, 15x from that video. So it's amazing what happens in 2 months with crypto. You guys heard I've talked about Walt in the past. Even though I don't like launch pad projects, I didn't get into Walt to get into the launch pads. I just like the project, low supply. Now Walt has done a lot of changes since then, and they've kind of like upset the community quite a bit, but you know, I think they've got the best interests at heart for both, you know, the dev team and their supporters, you know, people that hold Walt. So what happens now is they've gone to a new token. Okay, so they've swapped out Walt. Now they've gone to WaultX. And basically what they've said is everything's the same. All the token metrics are the same. You know, the same amount of circulating supply, the burned, how much they've burnt. So it's everything, but just times 1,000. So before there's 1 million tokens, now there's 1 billion tokens. But everything is still the same, has stayed the same. You can come into Walt, you can exchange your Walt here. They've got this feature here, as you can see down the bottom here, and then you can change it for WaultX. There is a bit of an arbitrage opportunity. You can sell your Walt instead of basically exchanging it within the website. You can actually just sell it on PanCakeSwap, but just be careful of the liquidity. There may not be enough liquidity. I haven't done it yet. I've still got Walt staking in a pool. When I can unstake it, I will then just see what my options are, but you can do it either way, either inside Walt with their swap or outside on PanCakeSwap. So now you get Walt, which is WaultX. You come to staking. This will be the only one here. This WaultX 30-day supply for your just for the WaultX token. You got to stake it here. Minimum is 100. Now that they've done the swap, it'll be minimum is let's see, 100,000. Okay. All right, guys, we've got a new segment. It's called Expat Comments. Okay, so let's get into it. Pablo says, "You must be a millionaire now." No comment. Brad Dykel says, "This guy made a rational choice at the time he made this video, but he had no idea cake would be break $30 just 2 months later." That's exactly right, because when I did make that video, cake was $2.50, and I actually did a calculator based off that scenario and then based off future, which was like $30. So I had no idea that it would get there that soon. I did think that it was going to get there eventually, but 2 months in crypto is a long time. So thanks for your comment, Rad. Theo says, "This shit channel, he obviously didn't do it himself." I think he's referring to the version 1 and the version 2, which is pretty self-explanatory, as I did in that video. However, I replied and said, "Oh, but you watched my video. Thank you so much, shit channel watcher." Lex Buzz says, "No idea what liquidity means." Well, liquidity basically means that you have a pair or sometimes 3 or 4 or several coins together, and it just allows people to buy from one coin to the other. There needs to be a liquidity pair, so then the automated market maker can work. It's kind of how these decentralized exchanges work. So once people provide liquidity, it's usually a pair on PanCakeSwap. Here that's BUSD or BNB paired together. That's your liquidity, and then people can come in and buy BUSD and exchange it from BNB and vice versa. Without liquidity, then the people cannot exchange the pairs, if that makes sense. Thanks for your question, Lex Buzz. And this prefaces me for my next kind of segue. Check out our Patreon group, because we have a whole course on PanCakeSwap where we talk about all the things like liquidity, how to buy and sell on PanCakeSwap, how to manage your wallet, how to add your contract, how to find the tokens, all this stuff that a lot of people that are new, I'm seeing these questions come up all the time. So that resource is there for you guys. The link is in the description. Okay, moving on. You guys remember Horizon? This was a IEO on Binance in the innovation zone. I do like this project long term. They have their staking, and the thing with this is I'm in both of these pools. Okay, I'm staking Horizon, and I'm getting 44.76% APY. Then I sold half of it. Now I'm doing this, and I'm actually earning like 10 times the same amount. And I'm staking PHB, and I'm earning Horizon. So out of both of these pools, I would say this PHB pool is a much better pool. Obviously, you got to consider the price appreciation and depreciation of both tokens. Bunny is just a juggernaut. Okay, $5.4 billion in Bunny. And initially, I came into this. I put $600 worth, and I topped it up. Then I topped it further up again. So I'm in profit, at least 50%, and I've got 5.13. So what I do with these profits here is I just I sell this WBNB, and then I buy more Bunny. So I still see Bunny going at what's it now, 400 and something. I still see Bunny going to 1,000. So I do like Bunny a lot, and I think it'll just continue to go up. This total value lock is just phenomenal. Okay, so this was a video by Crypto Banter. If you guys don't know him, he's got a pretty good channel. He's a dude from, I think he's from South Africa, and he does these live streams pretty much every day. Most of his stuff is just talk about coins and trading, but he's got some really good information. Check out his channel. So recently, actually 3 hours ago, he did a live stream. He purchased $1 million worth of his greatest altcoin pick, and what he actually purchased was Solana. And Solana was it's a really, well, basically here, this tells you the story. Okay, so Solana blockchain, it does 65 transactions per second, and here's a comparison next to Ethereum, which is just laughable. And then you got even Binance Smart Chain, it dwarfs that. Polkadot, Cardano, Tron is the nearest one, but in Polkadot, so it dwarfs any of this stuff. Even the fees, leaves it for a joke. Latency, it's super fast, and even the transactions, it's done 15 billion transactions per second compared to everything else. So this is why Solana is looking good. Even Elrod is also one that I like. It's very similar to Solana, and we're just talking about pure speed, because as we saw with Pancake version 2, it brought out all the flaws of Binance Smart Chain. Okay, but Binance Smart Chain is still a better blockchain to use in terms of speed and fees compared to Ethereum. However, it's going to get congested, and it's going to become unusable, similar to exactly what's already happened to Ethereum. So these new emerging blockchains, like, well, Solana's been around for a little while, is why, kind of like the gist of this, right? Why he's purchased over $1 million. which was 3 hours ago. However, in our Patreon group, I recommended Solana when it was $3. All right. Now Solana is $46, and I recommended it when it was $3. All right. So Crypto Banter, he's buying $1 million today, which is still, I mean, he's got a lot of crypto. Okay. So that's still a good deal, in my opinion. Buying $1 million worth today at $46, but imagine if you bought it at $3. So there's just some of the things that we talk about in Patreon group. Is, you know, all this stuff of coins and long-term portfolio and low cap gems and ICOs, IDOs, all the good stuff. That's exactly what we do. So you guys can literally like become wealthy with crypto. That's